Hello there and welcome. If this is our first time chatting, my name is Jessie. I am the founder and one of the cool sculpting providers at Element Body Lab. We're a cool sculpting dedicated business in Dallas, Texas, and today I'm talking about whether or not cool sculpting is permanent. I want to break down some of the studies, some of the verbiage that you see around cool sculpting marketing material, and tell you how to get your hands on some of this information or take the next steps if you're in Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to actually share my screen here. That way you can still see me down in the corner over here, but I want to talk about whether or not cool sculpting is permanent, like I mentioned, because people find out that they can freeze their fat. And then one of the next questions is how long will those results last? And the great thing about cool sculpting is the results are long term. And that's the term or the verbiage that you'll hear a ton from marketing collateral. So whenever you're seeing information from a marketing perspective, people say long-term results. And the reason is because of this study that I've got pulled up right here. This is a 9-year follow-up study where 2 different clients were followed. They were only treated on one side of the body. And don't worry, I am going to pull these photos up to be larger so we can actually take a look at them together. But this is a provider-facing study. So this is for healthcare providers because, as a reminder, cool sculpting is a medical procedure. We're going to talk a little bit about the safety information at the very end of this video. But what this video actually showed was 2 different clients. Like I mentioned, both of them were just treated on one side. So these are male clients who had one love handle treated. And what you'll see up at the top of the screen, you're seeing your traditional before and after video. So before and after. And as you'll see in that original typical before and after, what this client had was 2 sessions or 2 rounds of treatment of cool sculpting to his anatomical left flank. You'll see that side that was treated has that little circle around it. I hope you can see that with my mouse. So that little circle around it, that way it's really obvious what was treated. But if you're just looking at this photo, it's pretty obvious which side was treated in the before and after. So this is 2 months after his second session that you are noticing results. And you can see an obvious difference from side to side. But then 2 years later, he still hadn't had the other side treated, and you can still notice an obvious difference. Now, the interesting thing about that photo, the one down here, right at the bottom, 2 years after single side treatment to the flank or to the love handle, he's actually put on 10 pounds. And then 6 years after the original before and after photo, right? The original second treatment, he has lost a little bit of weight from the 2-year photo, but he's still up 5.2 pounds from the original. And you can still notice a difference. So it's not a prevention from gaining weight. That's really the moral of this story. It's not going to stop you from gaining weight. You can still gain and lose weight, and you can still gain and lose weight naturally. And you still may even notice a little bit of weight gain in the area, but you'll have less fat cells in that area. And as you can see, as he gains and loses weight, as he trims up and trims down, gets more muscle definition, loses some of that muscle definition, and then gains it back, you'll actually be able to see that in his full midsection. So I want to show you the other client because this one was followed for 9 years. So this male client, again, had one of his lower flanks or his love handles treated and was followed for a 3-month photo, a 5-year photo, and a 9-year photo. And I always think it's funny, whenever you're looking at these studies, one, I want to call out, these photos were provided by Cool Sculpting. It was a study performed by the manufacturers. And so it's always important to know who is producing the study. The makers of the Cool Sculpting technology or who did this one. But I think it's interesting. It's always a male client who decides, yeah, you can just treat one side of my body for the next 9 years and I won't do any additional treatments to that other side. But it was really important because people look different from side to side, and you do have to have that kind of one-sided treatment. Otherwise, there's really no control because everybody's lifestyle changes. And so how could you show what the before and after photo looked like if you didn't just treat one side and then maintain that for long-term results? So whenever people ask me, is Cool Sculpting permanent? The answer is yes and no. So Cool Sculpting, like I mentioned, was FDA cleared in 2009. So we have studies that last up to 9 years. I'm recording this video in 2022. And I can speak firsthand on behalf of my own CoolSculpting session, which has been performed years and years ago. I have fluctuated, gained weight, lost weight, and my results have been maintained. But like I mentioned in that very first before and after breakdown, it's not going to prevent you from losing and gaining weight. So sometimes whenever people are asking, is CoolSculpting permanent? They're really looking for a free pass to stop having to exercise. And so I don't want to set the precedence that it's a good idea to just stop your healthy lifestyle. So yes, your results are going to be long-term, but you still do need to maintain those results with your healthy lifestyle efforts. There are safety studies talking about the risk profile, all of the uses and the side effects around CoolSculpting, which you can certainly take a look at. You can actually head over to elementbodylab.com, scroll to the very bottom of the website. I'll make sure there's a link in the description where you're listening to this video, but you can check out all of the uses, all of the risk information, safety information. If you are looking for a provider and you are in Dallas, Texas, I would be honored to be a guide, as would anyone on our team here at Element Body Lab. To take the next steps, you'll actually just schedule a virtual consultation. You will hop on a video call, chat with someone from our team who is a dedicated CoolSculpting expert, and we will answer any questions that you have and point you in the right direction, whether or not that is CoolSculpting. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this was helpful as you do some research around CoolSculpting and how it works. Our website and our YouTube channel are a huge resource, so check out all the content there.